So there have been rumors going around online about Halo Combat Evolved possibly getting a remake and getting re-released next year on the Xbox Series X. And honestly, I feel like that's a good step in the right direction for the most part because it seems like Halo has been irrelevant for quite some time. The last major installment we got was Halo Infinite from 2021. Initially, that game was popular because at one point it had like 20 million players like worldwide online. And I feel like the player count started to decline significantly to a point where people just don't talk about it no more, or they just lost interest in the game altogether. And some would even go as far as to label it as a flop, due to issues with like content management and long-term support. And I don't know, I guess the game is just not as intriguing as some of the older installments within the Halo franchise. A lot of people will tell you like the Halo series was on fire during the 2000s, especially with like Halo 2, Halo 3, and Halo ODST. And a lot of people would probably argue that decline with the Halo series started after ODST, maybe, or maybe around like the time we got to Halo 4, which really wasn't a bad game, but around that time, I believe 343 Industries had started to take over. And they were the ones developing the games opposed to Bungie. And and yeah, I mean, like the original Halo game was a Bungie creation, and people remember how big it was when it first came out back in the early 2000s. And I feel like with a potential remake of the original Halo game, you'll capture the interest a lot of like lapsed fans of the Halo series. And and I do feel like adding like new game modes and stuff like that and having higher resolution, it's something that would definitely make the first game even like more appealing than it was when it came out on the original Xbox console back in like 2001 or whatever it was. But but yeah, I mean, I haven't really heard too much about this. It's just something that I read about on Reddit. It said that a Halo Combat Revolve remake had started pre-production back in January of 2024. And the thing is, I haven't really seen any trailers or heard any announcements or seen any leaked screenshots about, the Halo Combat Evolved remake. And the reason I find that so intriguing is because we live in a day and age where if something big is about to come out, we'll see at least one leak or one screenshot or whatever before it's officially announced. I haven't seen or heard anything about a remake of the original Halo game from back in the day, but it's whatever. I mean, I think it's better if it's kept under wraps because it would feel like the good old days when we got video games. The first time we saw or heard about it was when it was announced and when the company decided to do the trailer and what have you. And I do want to be pleasantly surprised by this remake if indeed the rumors are true, because I feel like for the most part, um, I feel like something needs to happen that's going to get people interested in the Halo series once again, because I feel like for the longest period of time, no one has really given a damn about Halo. And I feel like it's because the first person shooter genre of gaming has declined a lot since the 2000s. I mean, it's still somewhat popular in this day and age, but I feel like RPGs and action adventure games and PC games have pretty much taken precedent over just about every other genre nowadays, or at least that's the way it appears to me. And you look at like the best-selling Halo games that we have gotten. Um, Halo 3 was probably the best. I think it did over 11 mil in terms of sales. Then Halo 2 did like over 8 mil in sales. Halo Combat Evolved did over like 6.4 million in sales. So it did somewhere around the same as like Halo 5 Guardians because I believe that did like over 6 million in terms of sales. I think it did like 6.6 million in terms of sales. And I think Halo 5 Guardians was like the last decent entry that we've gotten within the series, and that was like 10 years ago. And that is kind of sad when you really think about it. But yeah, it is what it is. And as far as Halo 7 is concerned, I'm not expecting that until the new Xbox console is released, and it's probably going to be called something different once it gets released by Microsoft Studios. But I feel like that's going to be years from now. But if we do get a remake for Halo Combat Evolved next year, I feel like it would do pretty well in terms of sales, mainly because there's not too many high profile video games that is supposed to be coming out next year, with the exception of GTA 6. But yeah, I mean, I honestly feel like 2026 would be a great year to like release a remake of Halo Combat Evolved.